Our first award of the evening is the Mid-Career Award. The Mid-Career Award is not only meant to acknowledge exceptional work in the field, but to provide a boost toward the next chapter of an already exemplary career. Tonight's first recipient is Dante Puleio. Presenting the award to be given by his friend and colleague, Kurt A. Douglas. But first, please bring your attention to the video screens for Dante's video tribute.
I came to dance pretty late. I was about 19 years old.
Oh, yeah?
I went to college thinking I was going to be a doctor, and I took a dance class, and the teacher was like, you have like a natural facility for this. You should really consider this. And I was like, consider it for what? 2014, I retired. I went and got my master's at UC Irvine. I was interested in the dance boom, the modern dance revolution. What was it about those moments that created this form, and why don't people care about it anymore? And then in March 2020, I got the call from Limon, be the artistic director. And I thought, you know, it's the beginning of a pandemic. Now's the perfect time to take on a performing arts organization. Let's see what happens.
And with that, I leave you in the very capable and entertaining hands of Dante Puleio.
I was having a hard time believing I was the right person for the job. And one day in particular, I was really feeling the weight of that. And I was able to get out of my own head and actually look around me and look at the company and say, we're building this relationship together. A lot of my curating comes from pulling at different threads of who Jose Limon was. Really digging into his cultural heritage that shaped his repertoire. Malinche is a piece about betrayal and cultural identity. It is about a woman who had to choose between survival and sacrifice. A woman who was a symbol for blame and a symbol for strength. A woman not unlike his own mother. Each generation has something new to say. So how can we invest in those voices that have the understanding of where we've been, have studied and know this history, and go, yes, and. It's this evolving art form. And as long as we keep investing in these artists and keep creating space for them to speak, I think we will continue to grow as a society and as communities and hear and see what's in people's minds that they can't necessarily say, but they can bring through movement. I'm hoping that what I share, they start to figure out how it lives inside of their own practices, whatever their interests are. So this idea that it's breath and weight and your own body that you're working with, it's not something I've put on them, but something I'm pulling from them. So that when they go back into their own worlds, they can go, oh, well, how does my breath and my weight inform what I'm doing?
So beautifully said.
Jose captures what it is to be human. All of our beauty and our weakness and our longing and our ruin, the aching vulnerability of being alive.
When I was asked to speak about Dante, I thought to myself, where do you even begin when the person you're honoring has been part of your life for over half of it? When that person has been a brother through your most formative years, your joy, your mess, your becoming. What do you say about someone who has shown up as a hero in many forms, meeting each chapter of life with grace, humanity, vulnerability, courage, and the kind of tenacity that insists on finding light and joy even in the places where those things are not supposed to exist? I met Dante over 25 years ago on my first day of my dream job, the Lamone Dance Company. Dante had already been dancing with the company for a year, and listen, he had the confidence, the calm, the grounded presence of a seasoned veteran. Not because he was older, he wasn't, well, but because he possessed something far rarer, the ability to make anyone feel instantly welcome. His generosity of spirit, his overwhelming gratitude made you feel like in that moment, you were the most important person in the room. Ladies and gentlemen, picture it. New York City, 2001. So there I was, this skeptical, side-eye giving black boy from Brooklyn, thinking to myself, why is he so nice? And what's wrong with him? Very Dorothy Spornak, I admit. And there he was from New Jersey, giving pure Blanche Devereaux energy, warm, open, unapologetically kind. I didn't know it then, but I had just introduced myself to someone who would teach me the real power of laughter, love, and leading with your whole heart. Someone who would remind me again and again that softness is not weakness and joy is not naive. Picture it. Dante and I are roommates during our formative years together, and we'd often rush home on weekday nights to watch our favorite shows. The Biggest Loser, Brothers and Sisters, and our household's personal favorite, The Golden Girls. There in those moments, we would often share and envision our dreams for ourselves and our hopes for our future, vowing to leave the world just a little bit better than we found it. He taught me how to truly be myself, how to organize, engage, and uplift others. Dante's gift is his ability to bring communities together while honoring and celebrating the human spirit. And traveling on tour with Dante, well, honey, let me tell you. This man would charm any flight attendants by casually doing the splits in the aisles of the airplane, as one does, right? Resulting in complimentary cocktails, extra snacks for the entire company. That's not just talent, that's service. His commitment to education as a passionate professor, teacher, coach, was a training ground for him to hone his skills and to fortify his truth. I believe this is why he was destined to become the artistic director of the Lamone Dance Company. His fair leadership, innovative vision, and creativity sparks a new chapter for the company and its future. Dante Puleio embodies the very values this award represents: artistry, leadership, humanity, and a deep, abiding love for the people around him. He reminds us, like Sophia from the Golden Girls always did, that life is short. Community is everything. And if you can make someone laugh while doing the work, well, you're doing it right. Dante, thank you for your brilliance, your generosity, your unwavering heart. You inspire me and countless others to dream big while bringing their best and leaving the world a little bit better than they found it. Congratulations on this richly deserved honor, my golden friend. The Martha Hill 2026 Mid-Career Award recipient, I give you Dante Puleio.
I'm not quite sure how you're supposed to speak after that, but we're gonna try. First, to the Martha Hill Foundation. I have known some of you since the beginning of my career. Ernie, Andra, thank you truly. To be recognized with the Mid-Career Award is both deeply flattering and slightly alarming. When I hear mid-career, I think I should probably start taking my vitamins a little more seriously. I am grateful, I am honored not only for the recognition, but for what it represents. Continuity. The idea that the work we make in dance doesn't disappear when the curtain comes down. It becomes part of a lineage. And like Janet's unforgettable speech last year, I want to name some of that lineage because no one gets here alone. To Kristen Degnan, as you heard, my first dance teacher, who simply said, "You should consider doing this." And I said, "Doing what?" And she said, "Dancing." Thank you. To Carolyn Dorfman, who gave me my first job. To Carla Maxwell. Who invited me into the company not only once, but twice. And to every teacher from then to those teaching me today, thank you for the discipline, the support. You taught me how to work, how to listen, how to commit, how to fall apart, and how to return. Because that's what dance does, right? It constantly asks us, can you be brave again? Can you be open again? Can you try and try and try again? You gave me tools and you gave me the permission. To the extraordinary artists of the Le Monde Dance Company, past to present, thank you for your trust in me, your intelligence, your insistence on excellence, and helping make the Le Monde Dance Company what it is and what it continues to be, a place of connection, growth, and beauty. Working with you has and will always be the greatest privilege of my life. You inspire me daily with your craft and your curiosity, your resilience and your humor. We're an art form that demands everything: mind, body, spirit, pain, tolerance, tears, laughter, tiger balm, ice packs, heating pads. Boy, do you make it all worth it. Now, if we're talking mid-career, I have to mention Logan Kruger. Every day, every fear, every joy, we have moved through this career together for almost 3 decades. Thank you for being my constant. And Michelle Preston, my executive director. She lets me dream and then finds magical ways to find those dreams a reality. The good work you see happening at Le Monde today is because of all of these unstoppable forces. Thank you to my husband, Lane, the self-proclaimed First Lady of Modern Dance. My dear, dear friend, Kurt Douglas. My sister, Kelly, whose photos bring Le Monde's work to life. And feel free to ask who's older. She loves that question. To my, I'm in trouble. To my rowdy table over there, thank you all. I wish for all of us to have this kind of support in our lives. It allows me to stand here. Now I want to speak honestly for a moment about what it is to be standing here, because this award makes me think about what it means to lead and what it means to be led. When we talk about leadership, we think about strategy, vision, planning, clarity. But for me, leadership is something more personal. It's emotional. It has not only to do with what you say, but with what you do, how you do it, and what you can hold. You can have the best intentions and still lead from fear. You can love your people deeply and still avoid hard conversations. You can be devoted and still confuse being needed with being effective. And as a recovering people pleaser, I can say I have absolutely done all of those things. And I don't say it as a cute confession, I say it because it is real. The fear of disappointing those who believe in me, the fear of letting down the people who have carried this legacy long before I arrived, that in and of itself can be its own force. But tonight feels different. Standing here, being offered this moment, being recognized in this way, sharing this with all of you, something has shifted. I tell my dancers before so many shows, tonight is not a performance, it is an investigation. And tonight I realize I need to take that to heart as I lead the Limon legacy into the future, into what feels like the unknown. This moment says to trust. It says I am not doing this alone in a vacuum, that we have each other, and while I may make mistakes, I have support. And we are all here because we believe dance matters, because we believe the world is better when artists are able to make work, when communities are able to gather around that work and gather around each other. Tonight is another one of those moments, and being together like this says, yes, you may have your doubts, but don't let them be louder than the voices of support in this room. And this room, oh wow, look around. It is a living archive. It is a gathering of people who carry history, who protect it, who pass it forward, and not just to me and my generation, but to the ones coming up behind us and the ones who will follow them. What a gift. So tonight I accept this word with a ton of gratitude and a deep sense of responsibility to keep showing up, to keep learning, to keep making, and to keep leading. May we continue to honor legacy while making room for what is new and what is urgent and what is true. Because if dance teaches us anything, it teaches us to take flight while being rooted, and maybe not knowing where you're going, but knowing where you've come from, and letting that propel you into the unknown and being uncomfortable with the unknown. So I imagine my time is almost up and there might be a cane to drag me off. So thank you to the Martha Hill Foundation for honoring the commitment to all of the ongoing work of every incredible artist up here and in this room, for bringing this community together and for this beautiful lineage we share while continuing to cultivate the future, which is no small thing, especially now. May every artist and every artistic organization here tonight continue to thrive and to adapt. May we continue to support each other not only as performers or teachers or directors, but as full humans, complex, evolving, and contradictory, and radiant. And as I step into whatever comes next, with responsibility, curiosity, and care, I promise this is just the beginning, and I promise to keep doing what mid-career recognition requires. Showing up, listening closely, and taking my vitamins. Thank you.